Doing business in Nigeria, as I always say, is it have its own advantage and it also have its own disadvantage. My name is Simeon Odi, and I am a struggling farmer that after my farm failed in Nigeria, I have to leave Nigeria, relocate to the United Kingdom. I started my farm again in Nigeria after I relocated, and I still have so many challenges that I'm still battling in the farm that made me to slow down on doing primary production in Nigeria. Now, having introduced myself, this is for those that are just coming in contact with this channel for the first time. When I was doing my farming, we had a co-farming system whereby people will buy goats and I will keep goats in the farm, rear the goat for them, and at the end of the day, we are going to share profit when the goat give birth. But something happened. There was this particular batch that we decided that we raised money to buy. We bought close to about 300 or more goats at that time. We were buying goats from Jigawa, which is the far north, down to Lafia, where is the north central. And then we started losing goat all of a sudden. There was this particular batch that we bought. When we bought this goat, the goat seems to be okay. There was no problem. Then all of a sudden they started dying. Mr. Action, who was the Fulani man that normally take them for exercising, that is for grazing, we just call on phone. Hello, sir. Oga, two don die, yo. Before in the evening, hello, sir. Four die, yo. These goats were not showing any sign of sickness. These goats were not showing anything. It was not coccidiosis. It was not nothing. And you know, the goats were still also under observation, so it was not possible for me to say, okay, I am going to be injecting you, I'm going to be doing this to you. I only dewormed them, gave them multivitamin, but there was no way I could give them vaccine because the goats were still under investigation. For those that understand goat farming, you do not just give a goat vaccine, you must be sure that the goat do not already have coccidiosis before you give the goat vaccine. If not, it will be effort in futility. So I started losing goat. When I started losing goat, I now decided that what will I do? Investors that gave me money for goat will not hear that there are 20 goat, the 30 goat he give me money to buy have died. They will not hear that the 50 goats that they gave me money to buy have died. All they know is that I should keep giving them return on the money in which we discuss, which is return on investment. So I was practically giving them return on investment from nowhere. And because I was a salesman, working as a pharmaceutical salesman, I was making lots of money distributing pharmaceutical products and incentive, and also from money that is coming from other new investors. So I was practically as if I did rob Peter, they pay Paul. I could not disclose this to them. I was a naive young businessman that felt that the best way for me to do this is to swallow the risk and continue to take it on myself. Now, this video is not about my failure. This video is about the lesson that I learned from failing in that business venture. I have decided that I'm going to be sharing those lessons that I decided that I learned while I was doing business and in Nigeria, and how anyone that want to succeed as a businessman or that want to fail as a businessman should learn it. Because let me tell you the truth, I am not qualified to tell you how to run a business. Someone in my comment section say, Oga, you not qualified to tell us about business, you have failed in business. So since I have failed in business, I can only tell you how to fail in business, not how to succeed in business. So let me be sharing my story on how you can fail as a business. The number one way to fail in agricultural business is if you do not have insurance. Now, don't get me wrong, or don't get confused. Insurance in Nigeria is dicey. Here in the UK, if you have insurance and anything happen, they are going to protect it. They will insure everything. People insure their good, people insure even their house. When you get house rent, you can insure the property up to £250,000. People insure their life. Insurance is everything in the UK. But in Nigeria, insurance people, even sometimes, even after insuring, you see that you might not even get your money. Now, that is not the only type of insurance I'm talking about. As a businessman that is doing agriculture in Nigeria, you must have your own personal insurance. This was the first mistake I did when I started my agricultural business. I did not have my personal insurance. So when the goats were dying, and we did not have option on what to do with the goat. We do not have option on what to do with the goat. But look at what I would have done if it is now that I had this batch of goat. Now, before I tell you about what I would have done, let me tell you a quick story, how I started pork and things. But it was already late. I have already made the mistake in goats before I started the pork and things. I started pork and things when I had issue with my pig. There was this particular pig, as if they struggled in the night, and they called me midnight that this pig was about to die. And then I said, okay, what you do is make a video, slaughter this pig, and then tomorrow I'm going to take it to a lady that I normally go to her place in order to drink beer and also to chop pork meat. So when they did it, the next morning we reached out to the lady, and the lady came and collected the pig because we have slaughtered it already. This is a pig I was expecting nothing less than 70 to 80,000 naira minimum. But later, what the lady could only give me was 10,000 naira. Why? She said that she no even come out for the thing. That was when I know that if I do not create a personal insurance on my farm, there is no way I am going to survive agriculture. Just recently, a partner that have pig in our farm, this thing is as recent as today that I'm making this video. That is what prompted me to say, okay, let me share this lesson. If not, many people will continue to make same mistake that I have done. So this particular partner that have pig in my farm, a scorpion stung the pig. We do not really, it stung the pig and the pig fell. You know, pig and scorpion do not go together. So there was nothing. The option was to get a doctor, a veterinary doctor, that will come around and take care of the pig. Another option was to see whether the pig will recover. But thank God we already have pork and things. Thank God we have pork and things as a brand. I immediately sent a message to the WhatsApp group. Even though the pig is owned by my partner, but it is in my farm, I sent a message to the group and I said, slaughter this pig while it is still alive so that you will sell it and then use the money to start again, buy another pig and restock. And that was how this pig was being slaughtered, and this pig was being sold as fresh meat. Now imagine that I do not have a personal insurance on pig already. What would have happened? The partner would have lost up to 100 or 150,000 naira today. But with pork and things, the pig will be slaughtered, the pig will be sold, the partner will be able to recover his money. He might even recover both his capital, his feeding, and some profit on top, because we are talking about processing. Now there is also another partner, another mentee. I mentored her. She started her goat farm. Now, one of the things I told her is about knowing how to sell, because you must know how to sell. Now, when we talk about selling, people concentrate on, okay, if I buy goat, I will sell the live one. That is not what I mean. That is part of it. But one of the most important things that you need when you are trying to sell your goat or your animal is to have a processing unit where you will process them. I'm not supposed to come out on YouTube and be telling you all these things. I'm not supposed to tell you. But I'm telling you this, if you do not have a personal insurance about your farm, the farm is going to fail. There is practically no how you are going to survive it. No way. So you must have insurance that will cover those processes in the farm. And that insurance is your personal own. So she called me, I think a month ago, and said, one of our goats just want to buy. The goat want to die. That the goat just gave a birth to, nothing happened. All of a sudden, this afternoon, the full goat fell down and started shaking, things like that. I was like, okay, how fast can you get a veterinary doctor? She says she have called one, but the veterinary doctor is delaying. What can she do? I tell her that no matter what we try to do now, the goat is already on a 50-50 level. The chances of the goat surviving is 50-50 probability. It's either he survive or he die. Can you get people to come and buy it? These people, she calls some people that will come and buy it. That is the butcher people, the market people. And they came and they were pricing her the goat at the price that you price a dead animal. At the price, oh God. I'm not laughing, but I'm trying to tell you something very serious. Now, she could not sell the goat out. She was hoping that the goat will survive. She lost the goat. This is a goat that is worth more than 70, 80 or 100,000 naira because it was a big goat and it was a special breed goat, according to her. Now, imagine that when I mentored her, I imagine that she have already started what I said. Because at the mentorship, I told her that you must have a cold room where you sell fresh meat. So if you see that an animal or a batch of animal is already having problem, you suspend the ones that you are already selling now and concentrate on that batch and sell it off. Companies do it. If you go to Asda here in the UK, you see them that they have some meat that want to go. They will reduce price and sell it off. They have some bread, they have some tomato, they have some many things. They will reduce it, they will do sales on it and sell. It is a business strategy. Companies do it, big companies do it. Yeah, when I was working for P&G, Procter & Gamble, what made me to enter into that business was because of there was a particular badge of bonus. It was a detergent. He had problem. He kicked. Nobody was buying it. That was when they employed me to market it up and sell. People were complaining that, they don't like it. But when we did sales on it, it went off. The same thing happened to me when I lost my 300 goats. The middlemen came. They would touch the stomach of the goat and they will say it's lean, that the goat is not feeding well, that this is not the particular breed that people like to buy, that their customers are Igbo customers that are coming from the east. If they come, they want the goat that do smell. Some people will come and say, hi, that this goat, if he enter soup, he dey do water. Some people will come and say, if this goat enter soup, that the meat dey hard. Some people will come and say, female goat no dey good for this life. Some people, nothing wey they no tell me. Imagine that I had a good insurance policy where I will sell off this goat. But I do not have this insurance policy. I do not have this ready-made market for fresh meat. I had a market for live meat and I had to transport it from here. At the time, I was transporting goat from Lafia to Lagos. I was transporting goat from Lafia to Benin. I was transporting goat to the east. But will you carry a goat that is already having problem, a badge that is having problem and be transporting? You will lose it. Ensure to have your own sales channel. Ensure to have your own sales channel. Your own sales channel is the only thing that will save you. Have you found value in this video? Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I also have a community of farmers. This community is diverse. We have people from the United States, we have people from Canada, from Jamaica, Germany, Nigeria, UK, many parts of the world that are in this community. It is one of the diverse agricultural storage and trading commodity that you will see. If you want to join us, the access fee is 20,000 naira. What you will get is, you will get my book, The Ultimate Guide to Storage Business, and then you get access to the community. You also get information on how you can trade and store agricultural commodity, or you can join us in also doing the ones that we do personally. If this interests you, send me a message on +234 7053 21 6310, and I'm going to add you to the WhatsApp group. What do they call me in the country that you live? Because here in the UK, they call me Showboy. And this is Showboy TV. Drop short boy in the comment section if you find value in this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.